Alright everyone, here we are with another video with Invest for Tomorrow. And to all the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. And to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watch this video. It tells me you appreciate the effort and time I put into making these videos. And stay tuned on in because we have a lot to cover. We're going to talk about Zomedica stock and also the 10-year treasury, how it's affecting the overall market. So stay tuned. We're going to touch base on all of this. Let's go right into it. So here we are with ZOM Stock, Zomedica Corp, and I have the chart up, but I want us to be aware that we're going to talk about two different articles that I found. They kind of touch base close to what I've said before and how I feel about this stock, and also they go ahead and tell us a little bit more insight on perspective from other analysts and experts. So let's look at that, and we're also going to talk about the 10-year treasury, how it's affecting the overall market, not just ZOM Stock, not just Zomedica, but the whole entire market. So let's look at this. So the first article is Zomedica's Pet Lab product launch will push its value higher. Okay, I want you guys to be aware of that. Truforma in some way, shape, or form is going to push its value higher. Now I want you guys to also be aware that this stock is a stock that came from way down here at 6 cents, 7 cents, ran up to 24 cents, hit a high here of 148, dipped down to 80 cents, and then it ran up to almost $3, fell back down 141, 130, and then all the way back up to 275. And now we're back down to 171, like a whole entire dollar. So I need you guys to have some perspective here, and you really need to dive deep into what's going on here. So the first thing is, this is a penny stock. Like, regardless, it's still below $5, but this was literally a penny stock, 6 cents, okay, to the literal point. Now, in this article, what stood out to me the most is that they're basically saying that ZOM stock is worth at least $2.50 to $3 per share long term once its sales start to take off. So this is a bullish article, okay? They tell us everything about it, but that's what I really want us to take from it, right there. Those few words in this first sentence, it tells us everything about it and how it's reacting. And then they also say why you should pay close attention to Zomedica stock, which I'm going to tell you guys in just a moment. Now let's jump back to the treasury yield, and I need you guys to be aware and stay level-headed. So the treasury yield has been going upwards in the last year. Now in the last month, it spiked up a lot, and then in the last 5 days, we've seen it drop to a low here of 1.59, and it's been running up again. So the market still hasn't reacted or gotten shocked to this, because I think already we have a detachment from it. But there's several things apart from the 10-year treasury going up that are affecting the overall market. Like the ship that's stuck. That's going to have an influence on pulling down the market if it continues staying stuck. I don't know if you guys know about it, but look up the dry bulk carrier Evergreen that's stuck in the canal. That's like a big deal right now. That's going to push up these yields even higher if it continues like that. And at some point, it will shock the market. Now, keep in mind, our highest point in the last month was 1.73. So I don't think we're going to get a complete shock unless this passes 1.73 or gets close to it again. Okay? If we get that shock, it's not that Zomedica is a terrible penny stock and it's not worth it. It's just going to be pulling down because of the overall market. Now, I've always said, as long as this stays above 133 or even here at 140, there's a lot of strength in this stock, because you need to think about where this stock came from. Like, there's a lot of strength. The next point after that would be down here at the 90-cent range, and I really wouldn't want to see the stock end up in this area, because that's signs of weakness now, and we're getting close to weakness. But right here, anything above that, right? Anything above that is strength from where it came from. Even here is strength, but it's a lot weaker. So I wouldn't really call that strength. So what I'm trying to say is we need to watch this carefully. And if it pulls back, it just may be an opportunity. But now let me share with you guys here an excerpt of an article. And in this article, the gentleman talks about all the goods, the bads, and then also how divided analysis ratings are. There's a lot of bearish, there's a lot of bullish, But he talks about some key things that I want us to take away from it. And it's basically shown itself throughout the whole entire chart. Like if you look at the chart, he kind of basically mentions what the chart is capable of doing and how you can play this or how you can look at this, right? This is not financial advice. I'm not here to tell you guys to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys. So the bottom line, it's the end of the article. And he talks about the known knowns, the unknown knowns, and then the known unknowns, right? So he's making things very complicated saying that, but basically saying what we know about Zomedica, what we don't know or even know yet, and then what we know that we don't know, which is like basically saying we know what we know what we don't know, which there's like those, gray areas with Truforma, which he mentions it here, which is basically Truforma looks like and have an idea about how it works, right? That's what we know, right? We know what it looks like, we know and have an idea, but we know it has competition, but don't know how Truforma stacks up on the vet's bottom line. We have no idea how many units, right, or the little cassette-like items that get put in to go ahead and do the test might be sold. He's right about that. We don't have that answer. We don't even know if it's going to disrupt the whole entire sector or not, right? So basically too many unknowns for his liking, but he says his age, right? He's a little bit more conservative right now when it comes to investing. But he's saying if you're a little bit, younger or, he basically says 40 or less, you can go ahead and get a little bit more speculative with this one. And it says there's a 10-year risk cycles, right? And for young investors, say those that are 40 or less, Zomedica looks attractive at under $2 per share. So he's basically saying, hey, you may even end up holding this for 10 years before you see a gain or find out it's a loss, if you really want to see this go anywhere. But he's basically saying you're going to have to know, right, that you're going to have to hold this stock for several years before you know if you have a winner, which is what I just said. Or you can play the stock's momentum, watching the daily price action, buying and selling on the rumors and press release. People make money that way. Just make sure you have the time to devote to it. So if you were expecting this to just run up, if you bought in after $1 or close to $1.50, we've had many chances as any investor to sell at these highs here, and it's hit above $1.50 and even above $2 several times. It's just a lot of investors were waiting for that $3 to $5 mark. Now that is a possibility. All the analysis ratings and the different articles are pointing to that. And when you look at consistently different articles, they're saying between the true value right now of $1.50 to $1.80 and the true value after Truforma shows its performance and earnings start to pick up anywhere from $2.50 to $3.20, right? So there is room upwards, but I need you guys to be aware that it's not going to happen overnight. And there's two ways to play this. Like he said, the momentums, you can see these momentums here, these dips, and then these run-ups right here, right? Even right here, and then all the way up to here. Even right there, that's a nice jump right there from 190s to 220s. And I mean, it's been giving a lot of momentum several different times, but you have to devote the time if you're trying to trade like that. And I mean, if you're trading with a really small amount, you won't really see it reflect any gains in your overall portfolio. Now, if you're holding and you believe in the company, anything below $2 seems to be an opportunity based off these articles because there's room to reach $2.50 or upwards to $3. I think this can fall anywhere between $3 to $5. It's going to be hard to hit up there, but $3 seems reasonable, and we almost hit it once when the speculation started early, right, back here in February. The overall market has been turbulent, not favoring the overall stocks, not just Zomedica, and then now we have to watch this. So right where it's sitting right now at 169, this could pull back a little bit more. And that's what I want investors to be aware of. But if you want to see gains of this reaching $3 to $2.50 or $2 or more, it's going to take time. These articles are showing that. Now, is Zomedica a momentum play? Personally, I see that here on the charts. This has been nothing but a momentum play, just trying to, scalp your few cents here and there. Day trading, swing trading opportunities, getting in on the 5th, getting out on the 17th for 2 weeks, something like that. Those are the strategies I'm seeing right now for Zomedica. It doesn't seem like you can just buy in and hope for it to hit $3 tomorrow. It's going to take time. And now that the market is adjusting, it's going to take a lot more time for this to reflect any earnings and any type of growth in that upward movement. And as you saw in that article, the bottom line, it could take several years. So I do want investors to be aware. Now, there is strength above 130 so far. That's a good sign. And then there's a lot of good strength above 6 cents because that's where this came from. And this can fall anywhere between $1 to even 50 cents. And it's still up from those lows. And it's still showing strength. But to me, that would be signs of weakness at that point. But I don't think it would fall that low. But if this does break through 133, we need to watch this carefully. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. Let's make some money. Share this with your friends and community. And don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. And click on the bell if you haven't already so you don't miss any single video that I post.